Hi. Welcome to my first ever podcast. I am Violet, and this is my lovely guest.
Hi, I'm Beth.
So, I'm in a legit recording studio. However, don't know how to turn these on because this is my first time here. Maybe next time I'll figure this out. We have our podcast mics. However, this one doesn't work, so we're just going to be using this one. So today we have a really fun episode, our first episode. So for today's episode, we thought, what is a good first episode kind of topic? And I kind of just wanted to start from the beginning, right? So what's the first thing we do every day?
We wake up.
Yes, start from square one. But I wanted to go even more back, right? More beginning. Not Adam and Eve beginning, but like beginning. So first, we're going to talk about our childhood morning routines. And then we're going to transition to our now routines, like how much they've changed, what we've learned, what we've taken away, stuff like that. And then lastly, we're going to talk about our worst morning ever. So yeah, I think it should be a good first episode. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, welcome to my podcast, first ever podcast. We have some really interesting topics coming up in my next 2 episodes. I have those 2 planned. Really fun guests, but our lovely first guest is Beth. So I'm excited that she's like the first person on my podcast. So I'm going to have a new intro for my podcast, different from my YouTube channel. Actually, I don't even know like where to post podcasts, so I'm just going to be posting on my YouTube channel. But yeah, cue new intro. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm going to pretend like I'm talking into this mic because it just seems cooler instead of holding this this little baby mic. Honestly, I don't even need this thing. Also, I just think it's hilarious how I booked this studio today. Had no idea we even had, like, podcast studios at our university. I just put it right here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay.
Well, what about when I talk?
Well, we'll just move it over.
Oh, okay.
Oh, also, for those fans... For those fans that can see us, you'll be getting more of like the in-depth facial expressions and body movements.
Why, you're gonna post it somewhere else too?
Well, I said I don't know where to post I don't know where to post podcasts. So once I figure that out on Spotify, once I figure that out, then you won't be able to see us. You'll just be able to hear our beautiful voices. But for now, so what do I say? Like, how do I like begin it?
Start. Like, okay, should we do like school routines?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so starting when I was a child, I was born, right? So I think like an official morning routine starts when you're like 5, right?
Yeah.
Because that's when you start kindergarten.
No, I'm just like.
So at that age, you kind of have to become responsible for yourself. And your mommy, she can't take care of you anymore. So you have to figure out how to get yourself dressed and ready. So I remember I thought I was an expert at like getting ready in the morning because I had it pat down like 5 minutes tops.
Really?
Legit.
No.
Yeah. I remember I would like time myself.
You would time yourself?
I would get up, right? Run to the bathroom, brush my teeth, came back into my room, brushed my hair, put on my clothes, I was set.
But your siblings didn't, like, distract you?
No.
What?
I know.
That's crazy.
And so, like, we would go eat breakfast, right? Like, I'd wake up at, like, probably 7:45. We had to leave at, like, 7. Well, we had to eat breakfast. We had to leave at, like, 7:55 because we lived so close to school we could just walk there.
What time did you start school?
8:10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd wake up at, like, 7:45, go to the bathroom, do a little, like, toiletry stuff.
Okay.
You know. I worked.
Really?
But I actually legit peed the bed all the time.
Oh, so you just went to sleep?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, just sleep.
Oh my god, I'm like thinking like, okay, that's valid because sometimes
at night you can't control it.
Yeah, I used to have like dreams of like going to the bathroom and I would like pee in bed for real. And one time I was like with my California cousin and I peed the bed and I was like so embarrassed, so like I just like stood and I grabbed like a cup of water and I spilled it and I was like, Oh my god, like, no, I spilled my water. Like, let me get off the bed. Like, we have to get off. Because I was like, there's no way that she's finding out that I still pee the bed.
That's hilarious. How old were you?
I don't remember, but I was not in 8th grade.
We're getting personal here on the first podcast. We're finding out stuff that I don't want you to know. I don't know if they heard that part, though, because I kind of went like that.
Okay, yeah,
but we'll see what
okay, that's not that bad. I understand.
But yeah, I just remember we'd get to the kitchen at like 7:50, and we'd like watch Disney while we ate cereal, and then we'd just head to class.
Okay.
And that was it. Like, I remember I watched Disney until I was like a senior in high school every morning before school.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, it's not weird. My sister watched it whenever I was like in 8th grade and she was a senior.
Wait, what?
My sister would watch it too with me, and she's older than me. So like whenever I became a senior, I'm like, it's not weird. My sister watched it, but it was because I was younger.
Oh, okay.
And so she'd watch it with me. But I was like, I'm not growing out of this. I'm like, I'm going to watch Disney Junior until I have kids. I don't anymore, sadly. But
yeah.
I used to watch like baby shows for like the longest time. I did not want to grow up.
I used to feel like that about like dressing up. I remember like there was a store called the Children's Place, and like I remember being like 8 or like 9 and thinking like, wow, like where am I gonna dress from? Because I'm gonna keep buying my clothes here forever. Like I'm gonna be 18 and like they better like up sizes.
You know what? We should also talk about what we wore, because I legit had the worst wardrobe. Okay, we'll go into yours, but here, let me just finish off my morning routine as a child with this picture, this little image in your head. So I went through phases, right? I feel like everyone does. Like in high school, I went through a phase of wearing tights and wearing jeans and wearing sweatpants and then back to tights. Like each year, it was different. But when I was younger, I went through this phase where I wore undershirts with everything because my sister wore undershirts. So I'm like, oh, I want to be like her, right?
Okay.
And I remember I had this one shirt that I loved. I think this was probably like 4th grade because that was like when I was the chubbiest.
Okay.
And it was this like crop top, like heart, like what are those called? Like the sparkly things that could go back and forth.
I don't know what they're called, but I know what
you're
talking
about. And I wore that crop top with this undershirt. And if you could imagine like a little 4th grader whose belly kind of sticks out with their undershirt just like popping out like she's preggo, like it was so bad. And I'd wear jeans, like bell-bottom jeans and tennis shoes.
Okay, no, that's actually kind of cute though.
Let me see if I can find a picture. I'll put it on the screen, but I don't think I hope I didn't have any memories or like photo evidence of that because that is so embarrassing. It was, I mean, go her, like she thought she was slaying, but
that's good though.
Yeah. All right, so let's transition into your morning routine. That's the bag. Let's go. Little baby bag. We pretend like we're real professionals right here with these. We'll figure them out later. I promise. I'm gonna figure out how to use them.
Hello. Okay, it works now. Okay, so my morning routine. So think about it. So there's me.
This is when you were a child.
This is when I was a child.
Okay.
It's me, my sister, my cousin.
You lived with your cousin?
Yeah. My cousin lived with me, like, until from she was, like, 2 years old all the way up to senior year. Wow. And then it was my baby sister. So I was, like, let's say I was, like, 10. My cousin was 9. My sister was 8. And then my little sister, she was, like, if I was 10, she's 4. Right? And then I have a brother who has autism, so he needs help getting ready in the morning. My dad's going to work. My mom's going to work, and my tia's going to work. So all of us.
Your tia lives there too?
Yeah.
Your house wasn't even that big whenever I came and visited.
I didn't live there.
Oh,
that's a different house.
Wait, who lives in that house?
In the house that I live in right now.
It's just
my
parents.
family. Yeah, it's just my.
Your sister doesn't live there?
No, yeah, my sister does. Yeah. I'm older.
Oh, right, I forgot. You just have one little sister?
No, I have 2, girl.
Okay, I thought you had 2, but I only met one. Didn't I?
No, you met Chris.
I met both of them. Oh, gosh, my brain isn't working. Go check out our Chicago vlog. Just letting you know. They're in it. They're commentators.
I'm like, Riley, you need to watch it.
I know. I need to, like, refresh my brain on everything. Everything Elizabeth.
Yeah, so, in the morning, my mom would take us to school. My tia would go to work, but my mom would also dress up my brother, and then my dad would just do, like, whatever he, like, wants, right? But I remember, like, in the morning, I would, like, wake up, and my mom we had to be done before a certain time in order to get our hair done by my mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, your mom did your hair?
Yeah.
And now you have to do it.
I know, it's so sad. No, but yeah, so I'm assuming like we would wake up like at 6 and we would have to leave the house at like 7:45. So like we needed to be ready like, we needed to, like, my mom would, like, be in the bathroom, and we had to, like, stand, like, in the line, me, my sister, my cousin, and my baby sister, by, like, and we need to be in that line by 6:30 to get our hair done from my mom. So we only had, like, 30 minutes to get ready. And if not, like, think of us, like, we grew up, like, having our hair very, like, tight and very, like, creative and very, like, a lot of, like, braids and a lot of, like, ligas and, like, in our hair and stuff. So to, like, go to school without that, like, and waking up with, like, really messy puffy hair was, like, traumatizing to us. Like, we could not, we were like,
It's like you had to have your hair up and done.
we had to have our hair done. And then my mom used, like, a lot of gel, and we just felt so clean. So, like, it was just like, no, like, we had to, right? So we would, like, wake up, I would brush my teeth real quick, and we could only get in line if our room was clean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My mom was, like, tough.
I wouldn't even make my bed.
No.
that wasn't in the 5 minutes.
That's why I'm like, wow, like, 5 minutes?
No, for real.
I'm like, no. I had, like, chores and everything. I was like, no, yeah. So
chores.
I would wake up, I would brush my teeth, and then we would always eat a bowl of cereal or cookies with milk. Yeah, and we would have Arthur playing. Like,
Arthur?
Yeah.
I love that.
That was her show. So Arthur was playing, like, in the kitchen, and then Disney Junior, like, whatever, it was playing in the sala. In the living room. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have like Disney Junior, mostly Mickey Mouse, legit.
Yeah,
like,
that's
until 8th grade.
Yeah, that was the morning. Yeah. I don't know why, but yeah. Anyway, after brushing our teeth, we would I would change out of my pajamas. No, I would eat cereal, then I would change out of my pajamas, and then I already had my uniform because we wore a uniform.
See, we didn't have uniforms.
Yeah, so that's why it was kind of easier. Yeah. So as soon as we came back from school, we would have to take our uniform off, and we had to fold it so, like, it would be ready for the next day. So
you didn't wash it?
No. Like,
how often did you
no,
wash
2
it?
days.
Okay.
Every 2 days we would,
So you had 2 different uniforms?
No. I would just wash it every 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know in Mexico they have 2 different uniforms. They have, like, the skirt and the pants.
I would wear the skirt and the pants. And I would wear, like, the skirt, the pants, and I would wear, like, long, like, socks. And I don't know why I would dress like I would be going to school in Mexico. Like, that's how I would, like, I would wear, like, I don't know. I would wear dresses, skirts, like, little sweaters, whatever. Yeah, and then after that, we would clean the room, and then whatever chore we had. So it was either, like, sweep the sala or, like, pick up the stuff or anything like that. And then after that, get in line for our hair. And then we could not complain while getting our hair done. If we complained, my mom would just let us go, and that's how we would go. I remember one day for picture day, I was, like, telling my mom, like, oh, like, you're pulling my hair. 'Cause she was, like, straightening it. And, like, she was just, like, and she was, like, doing, like, a hairstyle up here, but then, like, straightening. She took off all the ligas, and then she's like, all right, go. And it was picture day in 4th grade.
Oh!
I was like, I'm going to tell my teacher.
Tragic.
And she was like, go tell your teacher. She's like, go. You think you scare me? I was like, nah.
No, I have a tragic hair story from, like, 4th grade. Everything happened in 4th grade, right? Oh, yeah. Is that the end of yours?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so before I go into my morning routine now, my sister, she would do my hair sometimes, right? And
Ooh, I have a good one too.
okay, we can go back after this to the story. I'm sorry. I don't know how long I want these videos to be, like these podcasts to be, because like sometimes they're like hours, right? Like they're an hour. But anyways, I always wanted my sister to do my hair to make me look like so like fashionable and like popular, but legit, I didn't need it. Like I didn't ever go to school with my hair done. Like I just always brush it and I was fine. Like my hair was like not too crazy. It was just kind of like straight, kind of like how yours is right now. Yeah. It was just like that. And so I would want my sister to do my hair to make myself like look pretty, right? And so she would curl it. She would curl it, and it literally was like a poof ball of curl, and it wasn't flattering, especially as my little chubby self. It just made me look more chubby. And so I thought I was so cool, like walking into school with my hair done that day, but by the end of it, I was like, I look back at those pictures and I'm like, no.
Oh, but you felt pretty.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I was insecure pretty. It was like, am I too pretty? Like, am I trying too hard?
Okay.
But yeah, okay, your story. Okay. Little last story.
Okay, my little hair story. So I remember my sister and I were going to go to like a Valentine's like party. Like one of our friends was throwing like a roller skating party or whatever. And I used to love like braiding my hair. Like braids were such a big thing like for me growing up. And my sister, she wanted to do the same thing, but because she had like really straight hair, it was like very like slippery. Like you couldn't really like braid it, or like you couldn't braid it overnight and it had curls, you know, because
that stinks.
Yeah. So I remember one day she's like, do my hair, and I was in 6th grade, so she was in 4th grade. She's like, do my hair, and I was like, no. And she's like, do it, if not I'm gonna tell my mom you have a boyfriend. And I was like,
did you have a boyfriend?
yeah. I did have a boyfriend. Okay. She's like, do my hair. And I was like, no. She's like, I'm going to tell my mom you have a boyfriend. And I was like, no, you're not. And she's like, yeah, I am. Try me. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, I'll do your hair, right? So I did her hair, but I purposely did it ugly. Because I'm like what?
Sisterly love right there.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I was like, huh? Right? And she's like, no, it looks ugly. Do it again. And I said, no, you told me. I was like, you can't use it against me anymore because, like, I already did it, right?
Yeah.
And we were, like, arguing back and forth. And she's like, fine, do it again. And I was like, okay. So, like, I acted like I was going to do it again, but I just, like, ruined it. Like, this time I actually, like, ruined it, like, more. Like, I made it, like, I teased it up.
Did you mean to ruin it more?
Yeah, because she was making me mad. So, yeah, because the first time, like, I just made it, like, very, like, sloppy. And then second time, I, like, you know when you could grab a teaspoon and I was, like, teasing it like that? Yeah, so she's like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely telling my mom. And I was like, no, like, I'm sorry, but I'll fix it. And then my mom started hearing the conversation. And she's like, oh, like, she knew that there was a secret going on. So she's like, tell me. And then and then Crystal was like, my sister, she was just, like, quiet, right? And then I just looked at my mom and I was kind of like, because I'm such a good girl. Like,
messing up your sister's hair.
No, like, I'm such like a, oh my god, like, I'm like, you know how there's like a teacher's pet? I'm like a mom pet, like, you know?
I'm a teacher's pet.
So I was just like, oh my god, like, no, like, I'm gonna disappoint her, blah, blah, blah. And then my mom's all like, Crystal, like, tell me now, if not, you guys aren't going to this Valentine's party, like, blah, blah, blah.
With your date?
Huh?
Your Valentine's
No,
party?
he didn't know. Oh, he didn't even go, and I was like, oh, right. But, after, Crystal's all like, no, like, I can't, like, I don't want to hurt, like, Lisbeth, blah, blah, blah. Mom's all like, and then my mom, like, pulled me to the side, and she's like, tell Crystal to tell me so she can, like, leave you alone and stop threatening you. Because this was, like, a constant threat. It would be like, my mom would be like, Crystal, mop. And my sister would be like, Lisbeth, go do it. And I'll be like, no. And she'll be like, I'm going to tell my mom about, you know what. And I'll be like, oh, and I'll have to go do it. And my mom's all like, what does she have against you that you have to do everything for her, right?
Yeah.
And I would hate it, like, because Crystal would make it obvious that she has something against me. And I would be like, Crystal, like, I'll do whatever you say, but I'm like, just don't make it obvious. Like, I was that, like, traumatized because I just didn't want to upset my mom. But then after, my mom's all like, my mom said it again. She's like, if you guys don't tell me, you guys aren't going. But we wanted to go so bad because, like, you know, it's like, we're like 6th graders, 4th graders. Like, we're gonna, like, we want to be there. So we ended up telling my mom. And then she grabbed the belt and she, like, spanked me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 times. And then I was just like, damn. But she still let me go, so I was like, I don't care. So,
You
yeah.
just came up with a different secret.
I know, but,
I feel
like,
that's something you would do. Like, you'd come up with, like, a different thing.
no, yeah, that is true, but I already knew. Like, yeah, like, it was going to disappoint my mom, but I just wanted the secret out already because I'm just like, but yeah. And then, like, I had to, like, break up with him. Obviously, I didn't. And I just told my sister, like, yeah, like, I hate you. You made me break up with him, but, like, I did it, and then just stopped trusting her there.
So you did break up with him, or you didn't?
No, I didn't. I just told my parents that I did.
But now you broke up with him, right?
Yeah.
6th grade love.
Yeah.
So we're going to transition into our second part of the podcast.
Okay.
And we're going to, like, talk about our morning routines now and how they've changed. So I get so hard on myself now because, like, it took me 5 minutes to get ready in the past. And now it takes me, like, 3 hours. Like, not really, but, like, I don't know. My morning routine has changed a lot, right? So now, the first thing I do, so, like, start, right? First thing I do, I'm, like, in bed. My alarm hasn't went off usually. I usually get up before my alarm most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just, like, my brain is awake. Like, I literally can't sleep past, like, 6 a.m. anymore.
That's a good thing, though.
I know, because it gets me, like, stuff done, but, like, it just stinks because I want to, like, be sleeping. I want to, like, have, like, enough sleep. So when I go to sleep late, like, you know, I don't get enough sleep because I wake up at 6.
Do you nap?
No.
You don't nap?
I can't. It makes me more tired.
Yeah, naps do make me tired.
So anyways, as I'm, like, laying in bed, contemplating whether to actually get up, I say the Lord's Prayer and the Apostles' Creed. And then I, like, look up. I have this little, like, daily verse kind of like motivational stuff that I read every morning. So it's just like, God has a plan for your life. Like, take each day, one step at a time, right? Okay. Stuff like that just kind of like sets your mind off in like a good starting point for your day. So like I love saying the prayer because it just like kind of starts the day off with Jesus and like having him like involved in my life and like thinking that first, right? Instead of just like going to my phone and like figuring out like, oh, what's happening on social media.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, no. Starting your day off with prayer can always like, I feel like can benefit your whole day, your whole week.
Oh wait, never mind. I thought I lost my earrings. Sorry. No, it's because I felt my ear and I was like, no way.
I'm like, earrings? I wasn't saying anything about earrings. Sorry. You're fine. So yeah, then after I do that, I get up, I grab my like all my toiletry stuff, and I put my headphones in. First thing, headphones, right? I literally wear headphones 24/7. It's not healthy, honestly. But I play Christian music, so...
Oh, like in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got this... Oh, I'll get to that. I'm so excited. But I'll go to the bathroom. I sit on the toilet for way too long. Looking at my phone at that point. Actually, wait. Sometimes I either read a psalm in my bed every morning, like, so the first thing I do on my phone, so I don't go straight to social media, I go to the Bible, I'll open up a psalm, like, I'm reading, like, through the Psalms one every day, so I'm on 120 right now. 100, I don't know, like 150, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I'm almost done, but I'll start over. Okay. It's really good, like, Psalms are really good, they're very motivational, so... Yeah, yesterday I had 119, which was my confirmation verse, which I never realized that it was like that chapter, like 119, Psalms 119 is like 100 verses. I mean, it makes sense because like my confirmation verse was 105, so, okay. But I never actually read through the whole chapter, and I had that as my confirmation.
Wait, so it's like each chapter, you read a chapter before going on social media then?
Well, a chapter is like usually like 10 verses.
And how long are the verses?
They're like a sentence, if even.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So it's
no, like
doable.
There's books of the Bible. So Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. Those are like 20 chapters.
Okay.
And then, but like Psalms has like the tiniest chapters ever.
Oh, okay.
Or like tiniest, yeah. And so, yeah, Psalms 119, 105. Look it up. I'll put it down here. That's my confirmation verse. But I didn't realize the whole chapter was actually about the law and how like you need to follow it. Because, like, my verse was, it's thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And so I never realized the whole verse was about law. Like, the laws, like the 10 Commandments and stuff.
Oh, girl, I'm thinking, like...
Politics?
Yeah,
No, so anyways, I'd either do that... Sorry, I'm going to get really descriptive here, guys. We're going to get personal. I either do that in my bed as I'm, like, waking up, like, my eyes are, like, opening, right? Or I do it on the toilet. And then once I read through that, kind of have my mindset in the right place, then... I've been recently starting to do this little thought diary where it's just like, how are you feeling today? And you put like anxious, nervous, happy, like excited, like there's like positive and negative ones. And if you put like, so there's like a frowny face, a mid frowny face, like a straight face, a happy face, and an excited face. And so you pick one and it'll like show like the emotions related to that. And then I'll just like put whatever I feel, and then it'll be like, why are you feeling this way? And I'll explain it, and then it'll be like, what are you grateful for? And then I'll put that. So yeah, very, very long morning routine so far.
But wait, so like,
it's like called thought diary.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't that be kind of like a reflection, like the end of the day? Or are you reflecting?
It's just kind of like, how are you feeling this morning? Like, what are you starting off feeling like? Okay. I'm sure you could do it at the night too. That'd be good. Maybe I should put that in my night routine. Yeah, next episode, night routine. No. So yeah, once I do that, then I get up, I brush my teeth, wash my face. I've started flossing, guys. I know. And then I put like my face cream on to like protect me from the sun, sunscreen. We need that PDF. Wait,
Girl. PH? Wait.
What is it? SPF? SPF. I'm like PDA, SPF, PFD. Like, what's the your PDF? Anyways, so once I get done with the bathroom, then I come back to my room. And it kind of just depends if it's like a workout day or if it's just like an off day. Okay. So if it's workout, then it kind of just depends. It's like, so these are the three things, right? There's working out, there's eating breakfast, and there's doing my devotion. I kind of like just mix them up depending on how I'm feeling that morning. But if it's not a workout day, then I'll do yoga. and then I'll do my devotion. So I do like a daily devotion, so it's called like Be Still. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I can put it here. And then I read however many chapters in whatever book of the Bible I'm in. So right now I'm in Daniel. Daniel's a good book, guys. You guys should read it. Or good book of the Bible. I'm in like chapter 5 right now. So yeah, and then I'll read like 1 or 2 or 3, just depending. Like, because last year I did like a whole. Oh, guys, next podcast or the one after, I'm not sure yet. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna be talking about our daily devotions. So I'll go more into depth. But yeah, then I'll just read a few chapters, and then I will. I don't know. What will I do? Okay. Then after I do my devotion, I usually make breakfast. I usually make eggs and toast. I made eggs and toast literally every single day of my high school and like my first 2 college years. Eggs and toast. Just that. Because eggs are so versatile. I have a whole health like videos, you know, have you seen those?
Yeah.
Like how I lost 30 pounds, right? In a healthy way. It was literally just working out and exercise. There's a spoiler to the video. But yeah, eggs are so versatile. You can have like omelets, egg sandwiches, egg burritos, hard-boiled eggs, even though that's not really breakfast. Or just like scrambled eggs, egg whites, eggs and ham, like eggs and turkey. Like literally so much. I love them. But yeah. And then if depending on what order, and then I'll go work out some mornings. But yeah, that's pretty much my morning. Oh, I didn't even say brush my hair, you know, get dressed.
That's good because you have a lot going on. I feel like for me, like it's very like I need a more
well, I can help you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I take my vitamins. I try to drink a tea with apple cider vinegar.
Oh, ew, no. No.
It's so healthy for you, but like if I don't drink the apple cider, okay, this morning I didn't, and yesterday I didn't, but the day before I did. But if I don't, then I'll take like an apple cider vinegar like pill, like vitamin thing. It's really good for you. There's so many health benefits. My mom gave me like a whole book.
No.
I know it's bad, but like the tea kind of masks the taste.
Yeah.
I hate tea, so I just kind of like.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I should get to it.
But yeah, I think that's the basis of my morning routine. It's pretty long. It's pretty extensive, and it probably takes me about. Oh my god, we have 10 minutes. It probably takes me about. Well, devotions take like a half an hour. The bathroom takes like a half an hour. And then breakfast takes like half an hour. So like an hour and a half. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. I'm literally 5 minutes to a half an hour. Like literally, if I didn't have like a devotion and like breakfast, if I just grabbed like a Pop-Tart, I could be out in like 15 minutes. Like go bathroom. Like if I wasn't like, you know, doing all this extra stuff, I could literally get up, brush my teeth, get dressed in like 15 minutes.
That's me.
Okay, your turn.
I'm like, well, I should have went first. Okay.
You can go with funny story first.
Okay.
Top it off at the end.
Okay. No. I'm gonna. Okay. So first thing I do is I set up my alarm, but I set up like 2 alarms. I one to like wake me up to snooze my alarm, and then the other one is just like a regular alarm that's like, oh, I need to get up, right? So once I get up, I honestly I'm not gonna lie, like I just check my phone, see who texts me, which is kind of really bad, but I need to like.
Don't worry, you're a sophomore. I'm a senior.
Yeah.
You have time.
Yeah. I have time to fix myself.
I have 2 years of like life experience more than you.
Yeah. So after that, what do? I get up and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, wow, like this is so early. But it's really.
I thought you were gonna be like, wow, I'm so beautiful.
No, and then I always have to go to the bathroom first. Ever since like I was a little girl too, like bathroom. Once I'm in the bathroom, like I brush my teeth and I wash my face. For washing my face, I just do like water, and then sometimes I do sunscreen, but I have to find like a good like sunscreen because the one I have right now is like annoying. I hate it.
Mine's from Walmart.
Yeah, mine's from Walmart too.
It's like $7.
Mine's like just ugly. Like I hate it. Like it's just like ugly packaging. Like ew.
I just like squirt and I go poop 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 poop.
Boop. I'm like crying putting it on. I'm like, I'm like, oh, I need to go to class or whatever.
I'll just go like beep when you say bad words.
No, yeah, and then after that, I go back to my room and I pick out like an outfit, and it's usually always just joggers and like a t-shirt or like joggers and a sweater, and then I do my bed before like leaving, and then I go do my breakfast. And usually my breakfast, like when I have my earlier classes, it's just gonna be like something quick, like a sandwich, not a sandwich, but like PB&J sandwich.
No, like peanut butter and jelly for lunch.
No, for breakfast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like you don't prepare your lunch at breakfast time?
No, I wish I should, but no.
No, you do make your bed. See, I still don't do that. Sorry, Mom, but like.
Yeah. No, because
I'm trying. See,
no, yeah.
that's your one up on me. You make your bed.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
You're raised right.
And then after that, dude, the thing is, like, I never do my hair. Like, I just like brush it, but like today I just did it because I'm wearing like a very manly shirt. So I'm like, no, I have to like do something to my hair because I don't want. Yeah.
I like it.
And then after that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I need to add something.
I'll give you my little devotion book after I get done.
Okay.
I have like 20 pages left.
Because
Nice.
I do like journaling, but I do that in my night routine because I'm like, oh, like I'm reflecting on my day, you know?
That's so cute. I don't do that. I don't really have that much of a night routine besides like brush my teeth and put my retainer in.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we're like the opposite. Maybe my night routine is more like intense. Nah, I'm like, that's the only thing I do. That's the only thing I do. No, but yeah, that's kind of like my routine. Like, I don't really, I should add
That's
something
good.
to it.
No, that's simple. We like it. It's not too complex.
Yeah, so it's doable.
I'll introduce the last thing. So, what y'all been waiting for, the worst morning ever.
Okay.
We're going to keep this PG, so if it started the night before with you know what, let's not.
Okay.
We try to keep this, clean. But yeah, I think I'll let you go first, and then I'll end it with a big bang.
Okay. So, this is actually a very, like, weird story. And I love my mom, but she did a lot of, like, messed up things to me.
You started off with, I love my mom.
Yeah, because this is, like, a very weird story.
Okay.
And, like, if you don't know my mom, you're probably going to, like, try to, like, send her to jail and stuff. But, what's it called?
Disclaimer, we have forgiven each other. Everything's fine now.
Yeah. So, it's okay. So, I remember, like, we had, like, church school, right? I was going to get my confirmation.
Oh, we both went to church. Well, we went to, like, Bible study. Like, is that what you're talking about?
Like CCD, I think. Is that what it's called? What is
like
it?
Sunday school?
But I did
on
it like
Sunday?
yeah, but I did it on Saturday.
So it was just like a confirmation class.
Yeah.
Oh, confirmation.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So
so
not school morning.
oh my God, no. So, it's because I'm so sorry, but I hated going because I had to wake up early on a Saturday, and, like, I could never hang out with my friends on Friday late because I had school the next morning, or, like, I couldn't, like, sleep over. My friends couldn't sleep over, so I just hated the idea, right? So I was, like, always, like, yeah, you know? And, I guess this day, like, and my mom wouldn't do my hair. Like, on Saturday, she wouldn't do my hair, so I could start, like, learning. But I do remember that I had, like, this crush, right? And, oh, my God, I liked him so much.
Yes,
like,
this is where we find our boyfriends, at the Christian, class.
Yeah, so, and I remember he used to always look so good, and he used to always have, like, cologne on. Like, keep in mind, we're, like, I don't remember. I probably was, like, in 6th, 7th. No, I was, like, in 5th or 6th grade.
No, 6th grade cologne, awful. All I wore was Axe. And, like, one time a kid's Axe, like, spilled in his locker, and the whole school smelled like Axe.
Oh, my God, that's so strong when it's, like, too much.
Yeah, they just go overboard. They're like, oh, we literally wore nothing. We had BO until 5th grade, and then it's like, boom, cologne. We're gonna smell amazing like men. I'm like, no.
No, well, that's better than sweat.
It depends, honestly.
Girl, you like sweat?
Well, the Axe BO is like,
Yeah.
I can't.
You're right.
Terrible memories.
Right.
It's like the locker room's smell.
Ew. Okay, anyway, boy psych. So yeah, I'm waking up, right? And I'm like falling asleep on the table because I'm like, oh, right? And then my mom made like arroz con leche. Mm-hmm. You know what that is, right? Yeah. And what's it called? I hate that. Like, I hate that with a passion. Like, and I hate when my mom makes something that I don't like, and I know she purposely does it so that I'm forced to eat it because I can't get up from the table until I finish whatever she made, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, no, like, I'm not. And my mom also didn't want to look bad for, like, these church ladies or anything, so she would make sure we're never late. And she's like, if you don't finish it, Elizabeth, like, I'm going to make you finish it. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't know if she's going to make me finish it, right? So whatever, I'm like, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. And I remember this day I didn't shower, like, the day before. I was just so musty. Like I was so musty. Like, it was disgusting. Like, if I were a girl, if I were another girl, I wouldn't want to be, like, friends with me. That's how, like, dirty I was this day. But I was just like, ew, like, just get it over with, put on the sweater. I probably didn't even brush my teeth, honestly. I'm not going to lie, right? And I just hated it. So we're, like, walking out, right? And Mom was like, did you finish your drink? And I was like, no. So she spilled it on me. Yeah, she spilled it on me.
What kind of drink was it?
It was arroz con leche.
Oh,
yeah.
You drink it?
Yeah, you, like, it's like a scoop.
Yeah,
it's like a scoop thing.
oatmeal.
Yeah, but it's like...
You're just too liquidy.
It was like in a... I remember it was like a red mug. And you would just, like, grab the spoon and just, like, eat out of it, right? And I was like, ew, I had it all over me. And it was liquidy. Like, probably that's why it sucked. And it's you know, like, ew. Right? So she's like, and you're going like that to church school. And I was like... What? Because at first...
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, because at first I was like, I don't care. At least I don't get to eat it, right? Or drink it or whatever. And she's like, nah, let's go. You're leaving like that. And I was like, no way. And then that day, the CCD teacher switched seats. And I sat next to my crush. And I smelled so bad. And, like, he literally scooted over. I was like... Ew, like, never again. And I think ever since that day, like, I started caring about how I looked. I did everything my mom said for real, because I'm like, ew, this is never happening to me ever again. And now, like...
Now the guy is probably like, that's the arroz con leche girl.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, like, and that too. And I remember, like, after, like, when we finished our confirmation, I had to make sure that I look good to prove to him that I can, like, look nice. And, like, he never talked to me ever.
Aww.
I know. Oh, my mom.
Where's he at now?
I don't know. He's like, oh, I need to find him. But yeah, like...
Maybe you can spell arroz con leche on him, and then you guys can be the arroz con leche.
I just need to find someone who has that same story, but it's like, yeah, like, I got sat next to, like, this girl who smelled like arroz con leche, and I'll be like, yeah, like, that was me. I'm like, that was me. Come to me. But, yeah, that's my story.
That's great. All right, time for my tragic morning story. I have 1 minute to tell this story. Okay, ready? Our booth ends in 1 minute, but it's fine. I'm sure they'll let us stay like a few minutes over. So, in high school, I was on dance team, and we had practice at 6 a.m. till about 7:20, 7:30. And I lived so close to the house that I could, like, come home, shower, you know. I was a quick morning person.
Oh my God.
And then I would, like, eat breakfast, and I'd be back at school by 8. But this morning... Oh, goodness. So sometimes I was prepared, right? And I would set out my clothes for the next day. Yeah. And I was like, today's the day. Like, I have everything ready. Everything's going to go perfect. And so I wake up, dance team, right? I wake up for dance team late. Mm-hmm. It's like 5:50 and I have to be there, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm freaking out trying to get, like, my dance, like, workout clothes on, you know? Yeah. And, like, my mom's, like, rushing, getting everything ready because it's like we overslept. It's like that's how most mornings go wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Don't wake up for the alarm clock. Basic. I'm sorry. But we get to dance team. I'm so stressed out at this point. Like, I'm just, like, not having it this day, right? And so dance team happens, comes back home, takes a shower. Everything is like, okay, we're getting better. So I have my little outfit picked out. I'm like, yes, I'm like, this is a new start. That didn't even happen, right? We get to breakfast. And we're, like, eating, it's high school, so, like, eggs and toast and milk. It just happened so fast, literally. I don't know what I did, but I spilled the milk all over me. And I was so mad because I had just taken a shower. I only have 30 minutes. Like, I don't have time for another shower. Yeah. But obviously I, like, run and jump in the shower. I'm, like, cleaning off everything. I have to pick out a whole new outfit. Then on top of that, so my car wasn't working. I have a stick shift car. And then my dad has a stick shift truck. Yeah, your girl can drive stick shift. But I am, like, it's like we live, like, 2 blocks from the high school, maybe 3. I still drive to school because, you know, I'm just that lazy. And I get to, like, the stop sign and the truck dies.
No.
Yeah. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, I'm like, I have, like, 3 more blocks, but I can't just, like, leave the truck there and walk to school. And so this is right next to our church. So our pastor comes out and he helps me push the truck into the parking lot.
Oh my God.
It was so embarrassing. And my dad, like, comes over and he's, like, helping us push and, like, directing us. It's literally, like, the worst. I'm, like, over here just traumatized from the whole morning. And I have, like, my backpack. And it's freezing. It's, like, cold because, like, basketball season's in the winter.
Yeah.
And so, like, we get, like, the car pushed out, and then my dad drives me to school, and I'm, like, late at this point. And, you know, when you're in high school, you can't be late.
Yeah.
Because the teachers, like, count you as tardy. And so I'm, like, so, like hyperventilating at this point because I'm never late. Like, I am, like, there every day. Like, I have perfect attendance. Like, everything is, like, you know, goes my way. Not really. But, like, I try my hardest, right?
Yeah.
And so I get into my first hour class. It's English. And this teacher, oh, my goodness. He most teachers like me, but, like, he's, like, the one that is just, like, doesn't like anyone, right?
Yeah.
And so I sit down and I go,
like you made it.
I made it, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, if you wouldn't have sighed so hard, I wouldn't even notice you came in. But now you're tardy. And I'm like, bro, like, are you kidding me? If you knew my morning, like, I was so, like, just like, why did I sigh? Like, why? Like, I blame this on me, but at the same time, I was just like, I'm tired. And I just sit down, I'm just like, and he's like, well, if you wouldn't have made such a big deal, like, of being tired, like, I was like, but yeah, so that was my morning. I don't remember how the rest of my day went. I kind of just, like, blocked it out. I was done for the day at that point, but.
So, you didn't have perfect attendance?
I don't remember anymore, honestly. I don't think so.
It's been such a long time.
It has been. It doesn't matter anymore, right?
Yeah.
No one sees that on your resume and cover letter and, like.
But yeah, being late, like, was, like, I hated being
It was, like, a huge thing in high school.
Yeah,
like, everyone made such a big deal about it.
Yeah, I don't know. And, like, I had some of my friends who, like, would miss, like, 2-3 periods, and I would be like, no, like, I needed to be in school, like, 30 minutes before, because I lived, from my middle school, I lived 2 blocks away, but from my high school, I lived, like, 15 minutes. So, plus the traffic, it would be, like, 30 minutes, right?
You know.
So, I was just like, no, like, I needed, like, I started at 8, and I would leave my house at, like, 7:20. And, like, if I didn't leave my house at 7:20, I would be like, no, like, something's going wrong. Just because I was such a, like, now, I'm late.
Yeah, I was like, who is this Liz?
Yeah.
I don't know her.
Now I'm late, or, like, I forget to show up, or, like, this and that, but.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, no, in high school, I would literally get to school, like, 7:25 and just sit at my locker and just, like, chill and, like, talk to people until 8. I don't know why. I'd get there so early. Yeah. Like, I was the first person in the parking lot, like, every day.
I remember in 7th grade, I got caught having another boyfriend.
You have boyfriends. You work around.
Yeah. And I used to love going to school at 7:30 because I get to, like, talk to him. I get to talk to my friends, blah, blah, blah. And then my mom found out I had a boyfriend and I could only show up to school at 7:55. And I used to hate it. And not because I want to talk to my friends, but it's because, like, anything can go wrong, like, you know? And it's just, like.
So, well, podcast numero uno.
Complete.
Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys stay tuned for the next ones coming. Maybe we'll do one in Spanish.
Oh my god.
That'd be cool, you know, for our Hispanic audience, all my family in Mexico, all your family. We'll see. Let us know if you want bilingual.
For real. I need to practice my Spanish. I mean, I think I can kind of talk. I just don't know a lot of words in Spanish, but
you got this.
No, I'm down to try.
Anyways, you have anything else to say?
Check out our other videos, right? Our yoga challenge, our Chicago video. What else do we have? Our build the gingerbread house.
Your workout.
The workout one.
Yeah. Be cool.
I'm featured. I'm about to start my own YouTube channel.
She's like a regular at this point.
It's not even a guest.
This is her show. This is her channel. Who's Violet? Yeah. It's not just Violet. It's
Beth.
Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for the rest of my podcasts coming, or other videos in general. Subscribe, comment if you have any stories, like your morning routine, your worst morning kind of stories.
Yeah, who do you, like, relate to the most?
Ooh, yes. Whose stories did you like better?
No.
Whose morning was worse?
Yeah, that's good.
Little arroz con leche, or I don't even
cart and
pushing your truck
in like 0-degree weather.
30-degree weather, yes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in the next video /podcast. I'm so excited. All right, bye, peace.